Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do astrology and tarot, and my information can be found below. This is a general reading. It is also timeless. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't force it to fit for you. And don't force me to fit for you or force yourself to like me. You do not have to. Isn't that nice? I like to come into these with a message, and the message today is, how are we being supported? So by the other side of the veil. And I got my answer, but I've been prompted to find an answer from you. So first we are going to get some kind words from your guides. My glasses are not up there. There they are. Ah, gosh. Okay. So some kind words from whatever support that we are getting, whether it's our guides, our angels, God, the universe, whatever you call it. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Maybe pray for that. What is it is what it is. What is from the highest, what is for the highest good? Ask for that. Energy flows where my intention goes. So focus on what it is that you do want. Actually, yesterday's reading was about intentions. Let's do some tarot now. I'm going to use my angel deck. So how are we being helped? How are we being assisted? There's space available if we allow it. If things feel overwhelming, just be still and allow yourself to get a hug from God. With this card, like, how are we being helped? If we're grateful, like, just recognize that we are being helped. And if you are in a place of fear, just sit down for a second and allow like some space around you to get a hug from Spirit, Universe, God. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. And also, we can't know everything. Like there are like there are ways that things can work out that we can never in a million years see, but like God can, the universe can. Yeah. Two of Swords. So this is the internal card. We can't see the future. That's what I always say with this card. You know, she's holding two swords. Swords represent our mind, our thoughts. She's blindfolded. She can't see into the future. When the twos are always about choices. So when we're looking at the Two of Swords, it's choosing your mindset. What is your mindset? What are you struggling with something? And that's okay if you are. Sometimes when we get all up here in our head because we are blindfolded and we can't see the future, that's nerve-wracking. But if we, she's got her hands over her heart space. And with this card, I think, are we protecting it or are we blocking it? But I do feel like right now we need to kind of protect it so that we can almost encapsulate ourselves in only our energy, and we can get to what is it that I feel in my heart. And if we're struggling up here, it's like reminding ourselves to come down here. Whenever I sit and I go like this in my chair and just be like, it's like there's a space that opens up. I remind myself to come down here and I allow God to come in. It's lighter. We're in our heads and we need to bring ourselves back down to our heart space. So that is the internal card. I'm asking, how are we being helped? How are we being helped and assisted? While we are in that place, are we remembering that we're not alone? What's in front of us? The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is acknowledging how far we've come. Oh, there we go. There's my deep breath. That's it. I'm in this with you guys. I'm feeling it too. But the Six of Wands is like acknowledging how far we've come. The journey of the wands is the journey of manifestation, the spiritual journey. It's taking action, it's moving forward, it's fire. So with the Six of Wands, we've accomplished so much, and it's time to take stock of that. We still have to get to the Ten of Wands, right? The journey is not complete. The war isn't over, but let's acknowledge and celebrate the battles that we have won or what we have accomplished. Because if we don't take stock of our achievements, continuing to move towards the goal is just going to become more and more frustrating. So there is with this a big element of gratitude. The first card I pulled was Thank You, Universe. Thank you, universe. Like, remember to be grateful for where you are and not frustrated for where you're not. When I was in AA, there was this guy, and he had some of my favorite sayings. He would always say, just hang in there, because one day, whether it's a month from now, 6 months, a year, 5 years, you're going to have problems in areas of your life where you don't even have areas of your life right now. I needed that literally right now. And at the time I needed him to say that too. So, hold on. Do you have, like, look at your problems, maybe compare them to problems that you had a year ago, and maybe you'll be like, holy shit, I'm having a problem in an area of my life that didn't even exist a year ago. Is that the case? And so how are we being helped? They want us to acknowledge that, like, we're being helped by, look how far we've gotten. Isn't that proof enough? Like, look how far you've come. Isn't that proof enough that we're here? Ew, I like this. And then in the God spot, the higher perspective, what does God see? The Two of Wands. So we have another two. We have 22 here. That's a master number. Twos, again, choices. This is fire. What God sees us is choosing our divine path. There are choices available to us, but with the Two of Wands, I often say, in the other tarot deck, kind of the one I typically use, the Rider-Waite, there are two wands and there's a figure standing between them holding a globe. And we're often trying to figure out, well, where is it that I want to go? Like, what's the next step for me? Which way do I go? But sometimes the first step is just in between the two wands and proceeding forward, one foot in front of the other, making choices incrementally as we go. But the significant thing right now is to understand our mindset matters and our heart matters. Swords is the mind, wands is heart energy. This is the journey of passion, of the heart space, the spiritual journey, our mind and our heart. And we're in our mind, and we need to get in our heart and acknowledge how far we've come. So how is spirit helping? All right, well, that doesn't answer, I don't think. I mean, it kind of does, but how the hell are you guys helping us? Star. The star is hope. Let's hope. It's still dark out, in the star card, it's still dark, but there's the star of hope. And I love it. Oh, it's an angel in there. That when it's dark, we still have hope. And we do. We do, because you're here and you're feeling, that the hope is in there. Maybe you're not feeling it so much, but you're still fucking going. Look at you. Sometimes I imagine my guides being like, dude, this chick is unfucking believable. No matter what I throw at her, or maybe it's my higher self sometimes. But I imagine I was like, yeah, why don't we throw this fucking lesson in this lifetime too? And she just keeps getting through it. And I imagine like my guides and my higher self are so proud of me because they're like, I'm a little sassy at times when I'm imagining this, because I'm like, really, another thing to go through. But it brings back my sense of humor, and humor is holy. And that just opens my heart up a bit to be a little bit more like cosmic laughter about this journey of life. How are our guides helping us? The Five of Cups is also a card of gratitude. I feel like we need this reminder, and like it I picked this card for a reason, or this deck for a reason, obviously, because it's angels, but additionally, it called to me. So whenever that happens and I pick out like an atypical deck to start off with, I take note of that. And it's generally because the images are somehow significant to the reading. But look at the angel back there. Like, hey, look, check out, you got this cup right here. Am I going to have to spill it on you before you realize that there are other things? Maybe this is kind of like story time, but I remember when I was just talking to my sister about this the other day, when my brother died, it was really obviously fucking sad and traumatizing and all that stuff. But I remember thinking, oh my God, I have to love the people who are here, because what if they die? What if I die? And I thought that was interesting, because a lot of times we might be like, oh my God, my brother died, and just I could have allowed myself to get really, really, really depressed about that. But it was almost instantaneous where I was like, I cannot get depressed about that, because what if I spend all of my time depressed that my brother died? And like, God forbid, somebody, or God allow, who the fuck knows, somebody else died, and I pictured myself going, shit. I've been over here sad about this guy, and now this one's gone, so but sometimes that's how God works. And our angels work. It's almost like this angel is about to spill this cup to wake this person up further. And we don't need that further wake up call. We don't because there's no judgment, but they'll knock everything down on us. You know what I mean? To get us to wake up to the fact that we're okay. Weird. That was a tangent. All right, let's go. Let's do some of these. But yeah, like they're like, do you need me to wake you up further? I don't want that. So hey, it's cool. I got these lessons. I'm grateful for them. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. If we stay in that place of fear and where my energy flows, where my intention goes, I think this is a little bit of a wake-up call that if we keep ourselves like in this low vibe, dude, and we don't want to be fake positive, but don't just ruminate and stew in that shitty place. All right, how are we being helped? Flexible. So in general, that card feels like to me us being flexible. But with this one, it is that it's about us remaining flexible. But this is more with our awareness, and the universe is helping us. How earlier I was saying that like we could never in a million years put together some of the things that the universe has put together for us to end up where we are today. And think about all of your successes and things that could be attributed to randomly running into people or knowing someone who knew someone who brought an opportunity to you. So this is a reminder for us to be flexible in the awareness of how they can make things happen, because there's a lot of flexibility where we can't see, so flexible. They're being kind of quiet, you guys, honestly. And this feels deliberate. Like I'm asking, how are you helping? And it's like not in obvious ways, not in obvious ways. Just know you're blessed. Fucking number 22. Can you see that? Let's see if we can bring this into focus. Because the image on the card, yes, is kind of important. Number 22. This is remember that you're blessed. We are blessed. Honest to God, they're not coming in here on purpose. Like they're not being, they're here, but they're not being super obvious. Because we have to trust, like we really have to trust. Okay. I'm still going to keep asking, how are you helping us? And see what comes out. And then I got to get going. What time is it? Good. Okay. So we got horse, freedom. And all right, horse is freedom and armadillo is groundedness. All right, we are here on earth, okay? Freedom, that's our free will. Groundedness, we are down here on earth. We can't be living like up here in La La Land. They're here, but right now it is important for us to stay grounded in faith to remember that we are free, even from, like, sometimes people will come to a tarot reading and just want to be told what to do. And I don't work that way. We have free will, and our guides are saying that too. Like, you guys are free. Be free. Make choices. There's something in here also about choices. And I think it's choosing to trust and have faith, but also that's in ourselves, choosing to trust and have faith in yourself. Okay. Oh, one more, because I don't know when to stop. One more, because I don't know when to stop. I'm going to do the funny cards, because I was talking about cosmic humor. How are you guys helping us? Helping us to laugh at ourselves. Remember to laugh at yourself. Impermanence. We got two. There's impermanence. Life is always changing. I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. Everything is impermanent. Grow with the flow. I accidentally said go with the flow. And then we got manifestation, which the wands are the journey of manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? For your dreams to come true. See, anyway, that's my sister. Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. So that's what I was just talking about. How so many things happen because the universe has us bump into people, or a book pops up in our view, in our experience, and we read it and it changes the course of our lives. And there are so many things happening behind the scenes in order for those things to even occur. So remember to manifest. And it also talked about you have a magic wand, and look, that's what God sees. You have a magic fucking wand. And in this one, he's holding a coin. That's significant because, if this is financial, or if this is a family matter or a friendship matter or something like that, that's really significant, because in the other deck of the Two of Wands, there's not a coin. I feel like this is like, know your worth. Remember to be positive and manifest. That's not how I felt when I was coming into this reading. I'll tell you that for sure. The struggle is real for me right now. If it isn't for you, good. That's great. But when I'm doing these readings, I'm not going to pretend that like I'm not in the thick of these things too. And not that we are all going through the exact same thing at the same time, but in general, I hope you maybe found something that applies. If you have been here to the very end, then probably you have. I love you. Have a great day on earth. Peace. Namaste.